Hello everyone, so in today's video we'll be talking about integrations, how to integrate the bot that we've created last video from Voiceflow into a CRM, for example GoHighLevel. GoHighLevel is if you've never heard of GoHighLevel, it's a pretty famous CRM used by many social media marketing agencies, where they store all the leads that come from the advertisement into one place, so they can just contact the leads from one place. It's less of a headache, less time spent on contacting the leads, and it's more time focused on the right tasks instead of searching for the leads, the contact details and all that stuff. So the main point we'll be discussing today is how to integrate multiple CRMs using make.com. If you've never heard of make.com, will be covered in the next slide right here, slide 2. So how to use GoHighLevel with Voiceflow, why using multiple CRMs is better than using one, and how you can do it today. So Make.com. What is Make.com? First of all, Make.com, if you've ever heard of Zapier, is the better and the cheaper version of Zapier. That's all I have to say. You can read the definition here, but in my opinion, is the cheaper and the better version of Zapier. It also has the graphics, which colorful graphics, which makes the work much more interesting. I don't know why, but it makes it much more interesting. So you might as well just check it out. So only using Voiceflow is great, but why not have all of the leads in one place? To save less headache, less time spent on searching for the least contact, more money made. So the other CRM that we'll explore in this video is GoHighLevel, and the third CRM we'll explore in the next video, which is how to integrate a bot into GoHighLevel for the leads that came in from Voiceflow. So it's a bit of a big step, but it's simple. I'll explain in the next video. It'll be very simple. Okay, and this allows you to have all of the contacts in one place, like the leads that come from IG, Facebook, SMS, TikTok, whatever, Google Ads, all in one place. So GoHighLevel is a very known CRM, thus integrating it with Voiceflow will not be a headache. So as to discuss, the next slide would be how and why to use GoHighLevel with Voiceflow. So integrating the Voiceflow bot using Make will transfer all the new contacts in GoHighLevel, where you can nurture them as you like. You may as well just book an appointment for them, you can call them, you can email them, you can message them, etc. Great workflows for people come in based on the action they've taken in a Voiceflow conversation. So if the person just had the question answered but did not book an appointment, you can, in make.com, you can add a specific tag to them, so you'd recognize the person hasn't booked an appointment, so you need to take a specific action to them. Now if the person has booked an appointment, you can create the next point. I think it's this point. You can create workflows specifically for those people that booked an appointment, so they can pay the fee if you have a fee for the initial appointment. If you want to send an email, if you want whatever you want to do, you have specific workflows for them. So it increases the efficiency of the tasks that AI can perform, e.g. give the contact a phone call. So phone calls, airports cannot give phone calls, so it's much better you do it. It's much easier to have all contacts in one place again. And modify, create and publish funnels, websites, ads from all in one place. Reduce CRM costs. Again, reduce a lot of costs. There are three types of subscriptions. You can explore them after this video. I'll put a link in my description. But it's cost efficient. It's very helpful. You can create everything from one place, and it's so good. So the next point is why using multiple CRMs is better than one. So many people may prefer Instagram DMs over SMS, or they might like to get a quicker answer over a website chatbot rather than calling or emailing the clinic. So multiple CRMs allows you to have this leverage, as they combine multiple tools all in one place. That's saving you costs, time, and mental breakdowns. They could make mental breakdowns because, as I said earlier, it costs you less time to search for the leads information and not finding it and just losing it all. So more CRMs means more leverage, which means automating a higher percentage of the backend system using AI much easier and cost efficient. So it makes the automation using AI much easier and cost efficient, having everything in one place. So in the next video, we'll explore how to integrate an AI bot in GoHighLevel using a different CRM, which is the third CRM in this one. Okay, and the last one is, let me show you how to do it. So we'll jump on make.com and I'll run you through the steps of how you can do it. See you then. Okay, so we're actually in Voiceflow right now, because first we need to create the workflow steps. So we'll test the workflow created from make.com, and then if the workflow works, then we can move on to the next steps. So what you need to do is, we'll use the same workflow as in yesterday's video. Stay used to me. Okay, So instead of connecting this block to the other one, we'll connect this block to this block. So we'll get the email, full name, and phone number. We'll get the patient's email, full name, and phone number. So you have to create a text, which is talk and then text. Paste this one in, and then another one is capture, which is go to listen and then capture, and you just leave it like that. Don't change anything to it. And then the next block will be go to AI, set AI, grab it, and just leave it there. And then you'll have to create the prompts. So listen to me when I'm saying this. The prompts in Voiceflow are very, very sensitive. You need to be very careful when writing the prompts, because when the bot will actually give you the response when collecting the data. So let's say they collected the email, the full name, and the phone number. So in make.com is also sensitive. So the bot from Voiceflow, if the prompt is not written correctly, the bot will actually not collect only the email, full name, and phone number. The bot will actually say, the patient has provided me with this email, the patient has provided me with this phone number, and the patient's name is this. And when doing that, when doing that in make.com, you'll create an error and you'll just break down everything. So use this prompt. I've tested it out, it works for me. We'll test out at the end of the video as well. Use this prompt for the full name, apply to full name. Okay, let's go back. So we use an AI model. This is the prompt, text, last actions, and then apply to email. Same thing, last actions, full name, and then same thing, last actions, phone number. And then you go down to prompt settings. There's another prompt you need to write. And then GPT-3, you can choose type of AI bot you want to include. GPT-4, the more tokens you, the better the AI bot, the more tokens you use. And if you know on a pro plan, the tokens are limited. It's 100k tokens, so they go very, very fast. So the temperature is really, really low because it doesn't need any creativity. Max tokens low as well. And this is the prompt. Again, I've tested this out, it works for me. You can test out as well. You can write your own prompt, or you can copy this one. I have no problem with it. Okay, once you've done that, great, we can move on. The next one is you go to the next step, which is this. You go to dev, and then you get an API box. So in an API box, you come here, you go to the body. Okay, and then from data, you need to interface email. Okay, as I was saying, first of all, you need to enter the email. It depending on this, which one's first, email, full name, and phone number. So we'll do email first, and then curly bracket, email, okay. And then you add another one. That will be full name, and then curly bracket, full name, and then create another one, which is phone number, curly bracket, phone number, just like that. And then make sure the API, this right here, the URL, it's a post. It's set to post. Okay. As default, when you get the box here, it will be get, but no, you need to set it to post. Okay. What you have to do in here is create a webhook that will paste back into Voiceflow, so you can get the response. So webhook. Make sure I set it. Okay, so once we find that the webhook is the first one, so we need the custom webhook. You click on add, and then you name it. So let's name it GoHighLevel plus Voiceflow. Okay, yeah, but we don't need an IP restriction. Save, and this is the webhook that I use. I will not blur this out because the webhook will not be used out of this video, so you can do whatever you want. Okay, you take that away, move into Voiceflow, and paste it into this. Right. So you paste it, you press on send request, and then you enter the email, which is test@gmail.com. Full name one, phone number, generate 200. Once we get 200, that's awesome. It's a little bit laggy, I don't know why. Yes, yeah, status code 200. That means it's okay. So we go back to, yeah, successfully terminal. Okay, then we move on to press OK, and then add another module. Go ahead, lead connector. Lead connectors, by the way, GoHighLevel, same thing. They go a phone app which is called lead connector. Okay, so high level lead connector, you click on that and then get create a contact. This is the one. Okay, you will be asked a API key, if I'm not wrong, an API key for the sub account. So what you have to do is go to GoHighLevel and then settings, to the agency view, by the way, inspect agency view, and then all the way down it says API keys. Okay, so you need to paste the API key specific for the sub account that when you access. So after 3 sub accounts, the API keys for this sub account. Okay, again, keep that secret, don't share it to anyone. Back to Voiceflow. Depending on what information they've got, so the first name, which is, I've used full name, so it's not no problem. The email, which is the email right here, and then the phone, which is the phone here. Awesome. Press OK, and then let's run another test just for the sake of it. Okay, so I've actually tested that again. Make sure when you use your last action says, so if we go back as an editor like this, okay, let's add last action says, you go to them and then you press on this button and then intent scoping, and only intents in this step, because if you have multiple last action says, the bot will not know to which one to listen to, so it will just mix up and go to different steps. Like you don't want the lead to go. So best to do is intent scoping, only intent in this step, so you only listen to this step, you won't mix up with any others. So let's run a test again with, come here, you press run once. Okay, move back to Voiceflow, press and run. Okay, run test again. How much okay. Giving the answer, and then email, full name, and phone number. So let's say email is test2@gmail.com. My name is and the number is okay. Let's go in. You're successful, and then join any application. You can modify this step, but just for the sake of this example, I've made this. This is the message. And then if you come back here, this should have seen success for both of them. I don't know what it's still loading, but it should be in GoHighLevel. So if you go to contacts GoHighLevel, it should be here. And the Voiceflow one is still loading. Just have to refresh the page. There is Sergio, the number I've put in, the email, which is test2@gmail.com, and then what time the contact was created. Yep, so this is how simple it is. You can integrate Voiceflow with make.com and also GoHighLevel if you're familiar with what GoHighLevel is. And yeah, that's everything. We'll see you in the next video where we explore how you can integrate an AI bot into GoHighLevel, which is a pretty advanced system to make. So we'll talk later. See you. Bye bye. Hey, if you found this video useful, please consider subscribing or liking it or sharing it to as many people as you want, because this really supports me into making more tutorials like this or making more videos like this with different AI tools that you can implement in your own or in your clients' different businesses. Hope you have an amazing day and see you in the next one. Bye bye.